Big week this week. Till they're leaving. Goes with your blessing?
Yes. Obviously, we're really disappointed to lose such a talented player. But when I first come into this club, I knew that we were a club who brings players in, develops them, and then they move on. That's a model of the club. So I was fully aware of that, and I'm comfortable with that. I'm comfortable when I see players progressing on to bigger things. Things what we can't offer him. That's for sure. What we did is we give a player like Marco an opportunity, and he's flourished and progressed, and it's managed to get him a bigger opportunity, to help his family in life as well financially, which is good. But also, play at a level which is a high level as well. So, in answer to your question, I'm disappointed to lose such a valuable player. But no, we know that's part of what we do here at the Mariners as well, and that's part of our process.
Are you expecting to be able to replace him in the January transfer market?
We're looking in January. I think we've got players in the club who can fill that. Young players. They might not be quite at the level of where Marco is now, but we've certainly got talented young players who we feel can come through and impact the team, and one day get to the level where Marco is as well. But we're always open to things in January, particularly when you lose players. You have to be open to that. So yeah, we've had a few conversations, but at this moment in time, nothing concrete to tell you guys.
Last season it was Marco and Jason scoring a lot of goals, and then this year no Jason, now Marco's going. Do you think you have enough depth to keep the goals flowing on?
Well, goals have only started coming recently. Early on in my tenure, we weren't scoring enough goals, but goals have started to come now. The most important thing that we feel as a team is that we're creating chances. In all games, we're creating chances. They haven't always gone in, and it's up to the players who are in the squad now to step up to that. And like I said, if things come available in January, which we feel can strengthen the squad, and it has to be that, it has to strengthen the squad. Then we can explore that. But we're confident in the team that they can step up and continue our progress and our momentum what we're on at the minute.
Moving forward to Perth Glory, you played them earlier this season, lost over there in Perth. What are you expecting from a Glory side who has had their own troubles throughout the season? Yeah,
listen, over there, I think we've looked back on the game again recently, and we dissected it straight afterwards, and there's certain elements of that game we were happy with, and certain elements we weren't, and particularly conceding the goals we did. We know that they can be dangerous on the counter-attack. We feel that our game has got better in that department of late, and we're starting to understand how to deal with that better. So we know they'll bring that threat, and it'll be a really, really good game. It'll be a challenging game for us. We respect every opponent we play against. We're in a good moment at the minute. They've had a great result in the last game where they come back. They were down and they showed that character to come back, so they'll be buoyant as well. So yeah, it all makes for a good game on what will be a special occasion down here as well.
Building on that big week this week, we saw Bradley get promoted into a full player from a scholarship. Was that your call for that promotion?
I think it's the club's call as well. The club, Matt Simon and Rich, even the owner, watch the players as well. And since we've come into the club, he's really, really progressed. We know he's coming off the back of a big injury, which, like I mentioned in the press release, for someone to show the character to come through that is really, really strong. So we've liked what we've seen over the period of time I've been in, and we feel like he's got a lot of growth in him as well as a player. He's still young. He's really, really hungry to get better and learn. So yeah, we thought it was time to reward him for that, and we want to secure our best young players. That's what we need to do at the club.
Harrison Steele, an update on him?
Yeah, Steele's going to be out. Really, really unfortunate. He got a slight fracture in his foot against Brisbane. He got that whack in the first half, and this tells you a lot about Steele's character. That his name is very apt, really, when you talk about that he's a tough character, and he played through in the rest of the game with it. We got a scan when we got back to the Central Coast, and it showed that he had a slight fracture. Now, with that, it sounds really bad. There's positive signs in that. It's not a massive one. We don't think it's going to be too long, maybe 4 to 5 weeks. So yeah, although it is a blow for us, because he was playing really, really well and he had a fantastic game against Brisbane. It's a blow for him as well, but again, he's another tough character who'll come through that, and he'll be back in no time. He'll be working with the rehab team, and he'll come back fitter and stronger for sure.
You just had about 10 days off coming into the game on New Year's Eve tomorrow. Looking forward to the draw though, this is a bit of a calm before the storm. Beginning of February, how do you see the team getting through the match in Adelaide, then 60 hours later in Wellington, then back to Sydney, then for an AFC Cup match on the 13th of February? That's 4 games in 7 days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the same as we had in the previous lead up to this game. We were on the road virtually for 11 days. I know we had a stop back here after the Stallion game in the Philippines, but it was literally a pit stop here before we had to get on a plane again. So we had a tough 11 days, but I'll be saying the same again. It's an opportunity for us. It's an opportunity for us to travel, stay together as a team, galvanise everybody, and like we did on the last kind of stint of the 3 away games, we'll come together and we'll work everything we can to try and get the 3 points in every game. Yeah, it's going to be tough, of course it is, but listen, things in life aren't easy, and you've got to put perspective on it sometimes. And we're travelling to play a game of football. These are professional footballers who are travelling to play the game they love, so we always try and put a positive spin on things. And when we do that, we keep that good mindset and that focused mindset, and we feel that we can have the same results as we did when we were on the road last time.